विशन्तीति ऐषा भार्गवी वारुणी विद्याम् परमे व्योमन् प्रतिष्ठिताम् परमे व्योमन् प्रतिष्ठिताम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः Bhrigu realized that bliss is Brahman. Or from bliss, that is Ananda verily, are these beings born. From bliss alone do they live. And at the time of dissolution, they enter back into the bliss. This is the wisdom taught by Varuna and learned by Bhrigu. His mind got established in supreme, all-pervasive reality, Akasha. That's the meaning of that prayer. That's from Taittiriya Upanishad. Now, Yoga Vasishtha is a wonderful text in chapter 1 called the Vairagya Prakarana. Then we have Mumuksha Prakarana, Utpatti Prakarana, all these different Prakaranas are the different chapters. So, what is the context of the Yoga Vasishtha? All of you know the Ramayana, and Sri Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, Shatrugna, the four brothers, they all went to continue their education in the Gurukula system. In the Gurukula, they learned. And they were all brilliant students. All that has to be learned, they learned so fast, so quickly. And the teacher also was a great Gnani, Vasishtha Mahamuni. Then afterwards, they all went for a good pilgrimage. Father, mother, everybody, they all went for various places, and in the pilgrimage, they visited many temples and other places, looked at the beautiful nature and everything. And they came back. When they came back, Sri Rama had a deep quest. So, the young Sri Rama, he started finding a deep quest about the meaning of this life. What is the meaning of this life? He got a deep question. We all take birth and we grow, we get educated, maybe you get a job. Rama was telling, I'll go to become the prince. I rule the kingdom. Then I got married, I produce children and continue this thing and become old. And one day I'm going to die. Is it also life? Was the question he had. Or when he had that question, then he gets into a state of vacuum, emptiness. We all take birth, grow from childhood, educate ourselves, get a job, marry, produce children, get old, and one day die. This is all to life. What is the purpose of this life? What is the goal of life? This question came in the minds of Sri Rama. And he went on thinking and thinking about it, and he had no answer. And He found no answer, so he got completely dejected. He went into sort of complete vacuum, dimension. He got disinterested in all aspects of life. He was not interested in eating, taking part in any activity, and he stayed in one place. There's a deep search going on inside him. What is the meaning? What is the meaning? What is the meaning? Is it all? What is this life for? Going on. And he was not talking to anybody, and neither to the father or the mother or the brothers. He was isolated himself and just sitting, brooding over, completely isolated. So the first chapter of the Yoga Vasishtha describes what is called the Vairagya Prakarana, in which Sri Rama gets into that state of disinterest in life. He thought there is nothing to life, all meaningless, disinterested. Why I should do this thing? Why I should do like this thing? But on worrying with it. So this is the situation which Sri Rama entered after his education, after the pilgrimage. There's a vacuum in his life. And everybody was worried. Father was worried, mothers were worried, and brothers they came and, hey Rama, what has happened to you? What has happened to you? No answer, no answer. And what is the situation going on there? A question arises whether Sri Rama got into a phase of depression, because even in depression, you just get there and you don't want to do anything. So, what is the state which Rama was having? Is it a state of depression or something else? That is a question that comes to us. So, we must understand what is depression. What is it that we call as state of depression? Depression is a pathological state. It's a mental health disorder. It is characterized by persistent feelings of sadness, hopelessness, and loss of interest and loss of pleasure in activities. They've enjoyed everything, now they find there's no meaning into that thing. They get depressed. And it's often accompanied by symptoms such as changes in appetite or sleep, fatigue, difficulty in concentrating, and thoughts go on. They go on brooding over the same thoughts. It may cause self-harm and even suicide tendencies. So, depression can have various causes, including biological factors, genetic predisposition, trauma in life. That you are married and the marriage is unsuccessful and there is a divorce and your beloved is out and you are totally depressed. A loving father dies suddenly. All types of things can be there. Chronic stress and imbalances in brain chemistry can all happen in depression. So, depression is a mental disorder. It's a mental disease. The question is whether Rama went into this type of depression. That's the question that comes. So, what is we call as a Vairagya? Vairagya is dispassion. Dispassion known as Vairagya. It's a state of detachment or non-attachment to the worldly desires and possessions. Rama had seen all the things, He was born with a silver spoon, had all the luxuries, and he had wonderful education, he all got everything. But when these questions came, he had no answer. So a deep quest arose in Sri Rama. What is the meaning of this life? What is the meaning of life? We have no answer. So it is not a pathological state, it's a state of dispassion. So your attachment to the sense pleasures, to get more and more happiness, to power, name, fame, money, everything is gone. The worldly desires and possessions gone. So that arose in the life of Sri Rama. So Sri Rama's question centered around the meaning of life, as I said. We all take birth, grow in childhood, educate, get a job, marry, produce children, get old, and one day die. Is this also life? Was the question that Rama had. And Rama had no answer. So he was sitting there, and days started rolling, weeks passed, and even months rolled. Everybody, father, Dasharatha, and the mother, everybody was worried. It was then that Vishwamitra comes to take Rama and Lakshmana. And he comes and is highly revered. So Dasharatha welcomes him with all the grandeur of this thing. And Vishwamitra, please ask me whatever you want. You have come all the way. It's a great privilege that you have come here to your kingdom, Ayodhya, and whatever you want, please ask. I'm ready to give you. Then Vishwamitra says, please send 2 of your children, Rama and Lakshmana. I want them. I am having a big homa, big yajna I am doing. But what is happening? When I have to sit in the yajna continuously for 8 hours, I cannot move out. But what is happening? This Rakshasa started coming and throwing flesh, blood, everything, and spoiling my this thing. So I want Rama and Lakshmana to protect this thing. Dasharatha says, oh, Rama and Lakshmana are so young. Please, don't do these things. I will come. With all my army, I will come and protect you. Nothing to worry. I will take care of all the Rakshasas. I have done everything. So please, don't take Rama and Lakshmana. Then Vishwamitra says, you have given a promise. You have given that whatever I want, you will give. Now you are telling you are not going to give. You are going to come yourself? No. If you don't give, I am going to curse you. I am going to give you shapa. Vishwamitra became very angry. Then Dasharatha was in doldrums. Then Vasishtha, the Kulaguru, he says, Dasharatha, you can't do that. When you have given a promise, you have to adhere to that. You have to send Rama and Lakshmana. So you have no choice. Then Dasharatha bows down. Okay, now the great Muni see what is happening to Rama. He is now totally in a stage of dispassion, and he is not interested in anything. He is sitting there, not interested in food. All his fond dishes we have prepared, not interested. Neither interested in games and play, nor in discussions and conversations. Nothing. He is always sitting. Already 3 months over. He is not able to come. No, look at that. Then Vishwamitra goes and asks Rama, hey, what happened to you? You are a young lad, full of energy, vitality, spirituality. You have completed your education, you have gone round, and everybody is expecting that you have to come out wonderfully well. What has happened to you? Then Rama gives all details. That's what is happening. What is the meaning of this life? You all take birth, grow, do everything, and one day die. Is it all to life? And I don't have an answer. I don't think there is no answer at all for this thing. And he describes the entire set of the dispassion. And Then, having heard, Vishwamitra tells to Dasharatha, no, this is not depression. It is not a mental disorder. It is a state of divine quest. You know. So it's a conscious choice to disregard the pursuit of material pleasures, attachments, in favor of seeking something deeper. Rama is trying to understand the deeper dimensions, the wisdom that our ancient masters have given us. So it is called Vairagya. Vairagya is dispassion. You know. People are becoming very rich, they're rolling in wealth and everything, but they find no meaning in this thing. So that happens in everybody's life. So to Sri Rama, Vishwamitra gives the example of Shuka. Don't worry, Rama. Don't think there is no answer to this. There is an answer to this. And that is the answer that Shuka Maharaj also got. Shuka was a young lad like you. He also got into the same phase. No? He also wondered this question, same question. What is the meaning of this thing? What is the use of this life? What do you have to do? What do you have to achieve? What is the goal in life? He got into the same thing, and then he approached his father, Vyasa Maharshi. Vyasa Maharshi was a great gnani, and Vyasa Maharshi teaches him the whole essence of the Sanatana Dharma and everything. So Vishwamitra tells the story of Shuka. And then Shuka, having learned these things, was not satisfied. Hey, my father is telling something. I don't understand. I don't believe in these things. So what all he is saying, everything is Maya, everything is ephemeral, and there is no reality in this thing. The reality, everything, telling, no, I don't believe in this thing. So Vyasa, having realized that Shuka has not been convinced, he says, okay, go to Janak Maharaj. He is a great gnani, and he is going to solve all your problems. He can do that. And Shuka goes. But Janak Maharaja knows that this fellow is coming. He wants to test him. Whether really he is in great state of the gnana which he has achieved from Vyasa, or he is still to develop. So, Janak Maharaja tells the guards, the palace guards, say this fellow is coming, don't allow him to come him. He says, I want to see Janak Maharaj. He says, Janak Maharaj is very busy, so you please wait here. And he stays there, uncared totally. Shuka is sitting there and is in a state of calmness, peace, this thing. And the guards say that as Janak Maharaj, they will come, 1 day over, 2 days over, 3 days, 1 week, 7 days. But absolutely no problem. Shuka was patiently waiting. He had tremendous amount of patience. He had such divine qualities, divine virtues, which is there. Then Janak Maharaja knows that he had that patience, one of the qualities of a person who is reaching great heights. Then he comes. Oh, Shukaji, you have come here, and I'm sorry, I got so much involved in so many work, I could not come and take you. Please come, with all the honors and this thing, with every honors. He started taking Shuka and then takes him to the palatial thing, a beautiful 5-star, superstar place, in all comforts. Now Shuka is made to sit there, and he was given everything. Every sense pleasure was given to him, and wonderful food, drinks, and whatnot, and number of people to take care of him, and the women around, and dance and music, and everything was provided. So then Maharaj, please relax, enjoy all the sense pleasures that you are going to have. But what was Shuka doing? Just sitting. As he was sitting in the beginning, in the entry, He was sitting happily in that patience. He was sitting there. No pleasure attracted him. No food attracted him. And a little bit, whatever he had to take, and he was sitting in that. 1 day over, 2 days over, 3 days over, 1 week over, till he was happily sitting. Not involved in any of these activities. Then the second week and the third week, whole month was there. Then the Maharaja comes and says, yes, now you have reached that state of great heights of silence, great heights of happiness and bliss, Ananda. You have understood that you are that Ananda. So, what your father has taught, what Vyasa Maharshi has taught, you have imbibed. And because of your divine virtues you had, you have been able to reach that wonderful state of realization. And therefore, Vishwamitra tells his story to Sri Rama. And then Rama gets little encouraged. So Vishwamitra says, Sri Rama, don't think that there is an answer to your question. There is a goal in life. There is an object in life. There is a purpose of this entire life. And that's what Shuka realized. You have to reach the state of mental thing. State of happiness, state of happiness. So Rama gets encouraged. And he asks, so great Muni Vishwamitra, please tell me more about it. How Shuka was able to get into this state? What are the teachings that Vyasa did? And how Shuka was able to get into these heights of that calmness, peace, and harmony, and love, and then happiness. I'm suffering from that isolated blankness there. Then Vishwamitra says, I am not going to teach you. Your teacher is there, great Brahmarshi, Vasishtha, and he is going to give you all the knowledge that is needed. So from then, Darshata organizes a beautiful assembly of all the people and asks Vasishtha, please teach. Every day the teaching goes on. Every day in the morning, 2 hours, and the afternoon, 2 to 3 hours. And Vasishtha was giving, and Rama was so brilliant. He was asking questions after questions. Hearing, he will question him. He was so brilliant. What are the qualities that he had? Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashtena sevaya upadekshantite gnanam glaninaha tattvadarshinaha, as it is said. He had 3 qualities which are necessary for the quest to understand what is the goal of life. What is it? First is surrender. Pranipata. You should be able to completely surrender yourself. It's not just Sattanga Namaskar, but it's openness of the mind. When the teacher is telling something, if her mind is closed, if the mind is blocked, nothing happens. It comes and gets reflected. So you must have the openness of mind. So that openness of mind is what is called as pranipata, surrender. Surrender to your guru, surrender to your teacher. In scientific terminology, it's called scientific openness. In scientific openness, you should not just believe whatever has been told or reject anything. You must have that openness of mind. So that is the first condition. For example, I will ask you a question. In this Shruti Mandir, it was a haunted place. And there is a big devil. In the late night, it comes here and haunts this place. I will make a statement like this. How many of you say, yes, it may be possible? Yes. How many of you say yes? Raise. How many of you say no? This is a divine place. This can be not there. And no devil, no pishacha, no bhuta can come here. It is wonderful. This cannot come. How many of you say no? Both of you are wrong. This is what science says. You do not know what is bhuta, what is pishacha, and you're making a statement that you know or yes. So science says you must be open. Yeah, there may be bhuta, there may not be a bhuta. You must understand what is the bhuta, what is the pishacha, what is the devil, everything. You must understand. So this is called openness of mind. You don't come to the conclusion either yes or no by this thing. So that open, that's called pranipada. No? So you are going to hear the teachings of the king. Vasishtha was giving and Sri Rama was open. He was trying to absorb and understand all the subtleties what Vasishtha was telling. But then he will not simply accept. Though Vasishtha may be a very great Brahmarshi, your teacher may be a very grand teacher, he may be an orator, he may be a Nobel laureate, he may be the greatest of scientists, whatever. But you will not simply accept. What is the pariprashna? You must start questioning. This is the most important thing. The quality of the student is you must question. For all your teachers, you must ask questions. So you take a paper and then write your question. When I am talking different things, you will get certain doubts. This thing that you must write down. Ask for the question. And if the answer is God, then you write down the answer. So this is the second quality. That is pranipata pariprashna. The third is seva. Seva is surrender and doing physical activity service. In the Gurukula system, they all used to do a lot of service. So Rama was asked after morning prayers, you take little things and go around, was telling, clean up the whole thing. All four brothers, you come and clean up everything. This is your job. And go to the Goshala and take care of the thing. You have no choice. You cannot just sit. You are a lazy person or anything. You have to be there. And whole day. Again in the evening, they used to have the assembly. Hundreds of people used to come to hear great message from Vasishtha. Goes on months together. So that entire thing, teaching, is called Yoga Vasishtha. It has been divided into several chapters. The first chapter is the Vairagya Prakarana. Sri Rama's condition, dispassion. He describes what is happening to him. Second thing is Mumuksha Prakarana. Mumuksha means a person who is trying to understand the dimensions. What is the meaning of life? What is happening? Everything is trying to understand. That is the second. Then it talks about the Utpatti Prakarana, then Sthiti Prakarana, Upashama Prakarana, Nirvana Prakarana, like that he describes. Speciality of Yoga Vasishtha is, it is in the form of stories. First story of Shuka that I have said. So the teaching starts. So ask Rama to get guidance from Brahmarshi Vasishtha, and Vasishtha start giving, and there emerges Yoga Vasishtha. Because of the dispassion of Sri Rama, Yoga Vasishtha came up. Whereas in Bhagavad Gita, conflict of Arjuna, which is better of the two? Duty is better or love and compassion is better? Ethics and morality versus duty. That was what he was. So that brought Bhagavad Gita. So when such things come, there is no text in the world, there is no book in the world which can give solution. It's only here, our Upanishad and these things that give the solution. So Yoga Vasishtha gave this thing. So Sri Rama's fundamental quest, what is the meaning of life? Is there a goal in life? What we have to do? So this state of vacuum, emptiness, occurs in everyone's life at one stage of life. So it may happen very early in some people, even at the age of 7, 8, 10. It may happen at the age of 20, 30. It may happen even at the age of 50. Even at the age of 70, it can happen. When you are satisfied with what you have, all sense pleasures you have gone through, and you understand that this will not all. So then you start entering into understanding of the deeper dimensions. of Sanatana Dharma. So, Sanatana Dharma, what is that Sanatana Dharma? Recognition of the fundamental drive in all of us. Vasita says, Mama, please look inwards and see whether there is a fundamental drive in all of us. A drive which controls every action in our life. Whatever you do is all governed by direction, a fundamental drive in us. Think about it. What is it? So Sri Rama goes on thinking and thinking and thinking. What all I am doing? What is at the base of that? So, Upanishads and Vasita says, that fundamental drive in all of us is Sukha Praptihi, Dukkha Nivrittihi. No. We all want happiness, more and more happiness, more and more happiness. And Dukkha Nivrittihi, no misery, no pain, no dukkha. We want to have no dukkha, but we want to have happiness. No. So to move towards the bliss and to overcome misery is the fundamental drive in everybody. So Vasita is telling to Sri Rama, think in all your activities, whatever you have done, is there not this fundamental drive? No? You want to be more and more happy. Now you want to overcome all this dispassion, emptiness, and non-activity phase. You don't want to do anything. You don't interested. No? Is there not something deep? You want to be happy. You want to overcome all these things. Yes. So the aim of life, the goal of life, is knit into your life. But you have not looked into it. You have not recognized. Because all the time you are involved in your activities. You take birth and you get educated and you get a job and get married. Everything you are involved in this. You never looked inside. So this is how we are all made. In Upanishad it said, Paranti khani vetunat, paribhoho, swayambhoho, tasmat, parang pachyati nantaratman. We are all so constructed that we always look outside. Eyes start looking outside, ears start hearing outside, and mind start thinking outside. Everything outside, outside, outside. This is the way that we are all built. Therefore, he never looked into it. Kachit dhiraha pratyek atmanam aikshata, avritta chakshuhu, avrittatam icchan. But there was a person who was dissatisfied with the things that you have. Then he started looking inwards. So, Sri Rama is telling, look, now we are in that phase. No? You are dissatisfied, all the pleasures, name, fame, power, everything. You are not happy with that. You want to find out. So what is that which is driving you? Look at all your voluntary actions. Whatever you do in your life. No? You go, you are educated, you get a degree, a postgraduate degree, maybe a doctorate, you start getting a good job, and you are earning very well, 50,000 a month. Then you are looking how I can make 1 lakh per month. No? Because you think that 1 lakh you have will be more happy. Then you change jobs, 1 lakh to 2 lakh. Then you're earning 4 lakhs. Then why should I not open my own company? No? Start doing that, increasing. So we are all doing all our voluntary actions, no, to get more and more happiness. What about the involuntary functions, involuntary changes? You go on breathing, inhale, exhale, 18 times a minute. Why we go on breathing? Let me stop breathing. Take a breath and hold. 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds. There's a pressure that is coming up. Breathe out, it is telling. 15 seconds, 20 seconds, 25 seconds, 30 seconds. Just breathe out. Why? Your system knows that if you stop breathing, the oxygen is not coming, carbon dioxide is going to increase, And when it increases, your cells are going to die. Annihilation takes place. Therefore, your system is so built that you start breathing. Then we take food. Why I should go on taking food every day? 3 meals or 2 meals or 4 meals or 6 meals. Why I should go on eating? No, let me not eat. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. Then you're getting weak. 4 days, 5 days. Upasya you have done. You're getting weaker and weaker and weaker. And you're about to collapse. Then you start eating. So all involuntary functions are meant to avoid the misery, to avoid the annihilation, death. Therefore, this is built into our life, whether we know it or not. We have not recognized it. So there is a fundamental drive in all of us, that is sukha praptihi, dukkha nivrittihi. All voluntary actions to get more and more happiness, more and more bliss, and to remove the dukkha, the misery. Though it has been built into us, we never analyzed. We never analyzed what is happiness. We all want more and more happiness, but we never understood what is happiness. Why? We have assumed that happiness or sukha is an object of enjoyment. We never analyzed. Why? Why we did not analyze? Hey, it's a very simple, obvious, that I eat a nice dish of my choice. I like gulab jamun. I will eat. I'm very happy. And Bengal, she likes rasgulla. She is very happy. Pal paisam, sweet. Somebody doesn't like sweets. This thing, our dish of choice. When we eat to get happiness, what is there to analyze about it? Similarly, you are there. You want to have a cup of tea or coffee, or you have a book of your choice. You want to read. Now television, your font, serials, storybooks, song of your choice, all sense pleasures. So everything goes on. So what is there to analyze? It's so obvious. Happiness is an object of enjoyment. Sense pleasures, sense objects. When you give sense objects, you are very happy. Therefore, happiness is contained, is happiness in objects of enjoyment. So we are going. Why we did not analyze them? Because our usual experience, day-to-day experience, what is there to analyze? Not only individually as we are, even in groups, in the best of the experts, researchers all over the world did not do this thing. Even developed societies, advanced nations, United States, people moved from Europe to United States. What they want to do? They want everybody to be happy. How? We are sick of this thing that's happening in Europe. People are treating us as ants, kills, and then imposing communism. What Russians are doing, they are putting a lot of pressure. You do this, you do this, you do this. You must have the freedom. And what we want to develop a society where everybody will have plenty to eat, enjoy life, and we have good houses, good electricity, good water, good things, everything to be enjoyed. So we want to develop a wonderful society of richness, wealth, Aishwarya, Sampadyukta Rashtra we want to do. So people started working hard for that thing and developed, and probably in a few decades, United States became the economic superpower, defense superpower. And everybody had enough not only to eat and live, but they have a lot of comforts. For example, a person who wants to clean the toilet, he nicely has a car from the house, he takes the car, goes to the house and works 1 hour, and he cleans up the thing, come back, 1 hour, $10. Okay, collect the money and come. They become. So no exploitation. The dreams have come true. Individual freedom has come. Affluence and wealth has come. But whether happiness has come, whether people are happy, tension, stresses, psychosomatic ailments, drug culture, terrorism, all are on the increase. You know, happiness has turned itself into temporary thrills. We ask question whether happiness is there, a big no. Why? You got all the comforts and wealth, everything, but it is not happening. Why? We never analyze what is sukha. You know, is sukha in objects of enjoyment? We never question. Though we are in the age of science and technology where we question everything. But why we are not questioning this thing? No? Because we thought it's very obvious. Even though some things are obvious, you do not know what is the truth behind it. For example, everybody had seen an apple falling down in an apple tree. Nobody thought there is something mysterious about it. But they look up the brilliance of Newton. Hey, there's something mysterious going on here. Apple falling down. Apple falling down. Everybody said, what has happened to Newton? You know, such an obvious thing. You know. Then he asked the question, how does the apple fall down? When the apple has become ripe, it is going to come down. Then he asked the question, why should the apple fall down? Why should the apple not go up or go to the front or the back? Why each time it comes down only? Look at the brilliance of the question. A bird or something has cut the root of the apple with a branch. Why the apple falls down? So though it appeared to be a common experience, there is a big mystery, the law of gravitation. Similarly, though it is an obvious day-to-day experience that happiness is an object of enjoyment, you have to question. Don't assume things. That is the scientific rigor. You must ask that question. So, how to do the experiment? How to conduct the experiment? Okay? Now, you are very fond of rasgulla. So now, you go there and eat one rasgulla. You are very, very happy. I will say, second one, the third one, the fourth one. And you say, enough, any. But some people have more capacity. I had one of my friends, he was very fond of rasgulla. What was his capacity? 40 rasgullas. So once we all went there and we told that you eat any amount of rasgulla, doesn't matter. He went on eating and eating. 40. Fine, comfortably he ate up. Very happy. We're all seeing him. Then I said, 3 more. Come on, eat. No. Too much. That's somehow we gulped in, You must eat 2 more. You are so fond of rasgulla, you must eat 2 more. I forced him. Everything vomited down. What does that show? The law of diminishing returns. If I plot this, first, you're very, very happy. Second time, comes down. Third time, goes on. After certain thing, after 40, 43, negative effect. So with this simple experiment, can we say that happiness is an object of enjoyment? If happiness was in rasgulla, or in gulab jamun, or other things, it should have increased. You have got 1,000 rupees with you, another 1,000 rupees, another 1,000 rupees, go on increasing. The value increases. If really happiness was in objects of enjoyment, in rasgulla, the happiness should have increased. But it has started reducing. So can you say that happiness is an object of enjoyment? Then second, varies from person to person. What you like, she doesn't like. What she likes, he doesn't like. Some people like jamun, some people like rasgulla, some people pal paisam. Somebody says, no, I don't like sweet at all. I want khara only. Then it differs from community to community. What one community likes, another community doesn't like. People from Tamil Nadu, people from Maharashtra, people from others, so different. Once it happened in our YAC, we had about 120 people, and from Maharashtra and the Gujarat, we had almost 70 people, and 35 people from Kerala and Tamil Nadu. So after 15 days of the YAC, they all went to our coordinator. Just like Shimla is there for you, and Shailesh for you. Then we had one Gita. Gita, see, 15 days over, we are missing our Shikand. So can you prepare Shikand? I know you cannot do that, but we will help you. And Gita said, okay, why don't you try? Whatever you want to give the list, all the material list was given. And Gita took all these things and gave it. And the people worked very hard. Evening. And next day, up to 10, 11, 1 o'clock, is the lunch. Everybody was given, served. People were very, very happy, people. And all people from Gujarat and Maharashtra were very, very happy. Their fond dish has come, chicken has come, chicken has come. They were almost jumping, wanted to eat quickly. But people from Tamil Nadu and Kerala had not seen chicken. First time they are looking, what is this peculiar thing? They were also curious. So then we had a long Bhojan mantra, Normally, Brahmarpanam Brahmahavi. When something special happens, we used to have long Bhojan mantra. Yantu nadayo varshantu parjanyaha, all that thing. All things over, everybody started eating. Come on. People started eating. Oh, they are in ecstasy. Wonderful, wonderful. They started eating. But the people from Tamil Nadu, Kerala, they ate. What is it? Peculiar. Either neither sweet nor sour. Peculiar, no, we don't like, left everything. All the people who worked so hard in this thing, Maharashtra, they all got disappointed. Such a fond dish that we have. They didn't like, they left everything. They could not eat. What does that show? Varies from person to person. Varies from community to community. From one country to another country. Everything varies. Can we say that happiness is an object of enjoyment? Simple experiment. But there was a very brilliant student. What you say is right, sir. It varies from person to person and community to community, country to country, and law of diminishing, everything we have created. But instead of saying that happiness is not in enjoyment, in objects of enjoyment, the first dish that you take, So happiness is in the first dish. Very brilliant question he asked. Then I remember a particular incident that happened. Prashanti Koteram was all shrubs at that time, 1970s, when we came here. And 73, 74, 75, it was all shrubs, there was nothing. Only that small hutment was there. In 1991 only, we built our home building and also our Mangala Mandir we built. So until then, it was all shrubs. People were coming. And from Bangalore, the Vanerghatta road used to be a single lane. And hardly there used to be any traffic. In a day, about 2 buses used to come. And all lanes like this. But once it happened that 2 trucks were coming. First truck, was empty. It was going fast, 40, 50, 60, because no traffic. It was going 50, 60, 70. Roads were very rugged. It was jumping up and going, but he was doing. At the back was a fully loaded truck. But this fellow wanted to overtake the first one. So he was racing. This fellow was going 70, 80. This fellow wanted to go 80, 90. Then always egos count, drivers. This front fellow says, I have an empty truck. I'm going so fast. This fellow is fully loaded truck. He wants to overtake me. Let me see how he will do. So when he is about to overtake, he will come this way and will not allow this thing. This entire thing went on from city all the way towards the Vanerghatta. And they came to a place like Kotkare. The person at the back, he got completely disgusted. No, I'm going to go. Whatever is going to happen, I'm going to overtake him. And he started going fast. And it was almost evening, little dark. he could not see what was there. There is a culvert. And he dashed against the culvert, and the whole thing fell on this thing. And that was the worst accident I have seen. 9 people spot death. The worst thing is, there are 2 friends, one Krishna and Ravi. And Ravi was in front. On that fell, Ravi collapsed. Krishna was very, very upset. He was there, and the police came, and all thing records were there. He gave this thing and went home. By 12:30, he just lie down. In the morning, 5 o'clock, his very close friend from Jigni, he came, knocked the door, 6:30. Come on, Krishna, get up. He was very happy. Then Krishna opens the door. Hey, yesterday I passed SSLC. In our village, passing SSLC was a very big thing. And I have brought your fond dish. You know what? Dudwad, Dharwad Peda. Dharwad Peda, I know you like, and you can even 10 at a time you can eat. Come on, take, let's enjoy. What he says, Krishna, nothing I want. Our close friend Ravi is no more there. Look at what happened. Come there. Such a worst accident I have never seen. Such a close friend is no more there. I don't want your sweet. Come on, go. Otherwise, even you would have eaten 5, 10 dudhvadas very easily. This fondness. So it depends on the mind. Even the first dish will not be giving you the happiness. So what does it show? Happiness is not outside. Happiness is inside. That's the conclusion. But what we are doing, always searching outside for happiness. A wild goose chase. There was an old lady during that time, a very poor lady. And she used to live in a hutment. And once her saree was torn. Therefore she came and went on stitching. Then the needle fell down. He was trying to find out where is that needle, trying, searching. He was not getting. There was a young man who was going there. Oh, Dadima, what's happening? What are you searching? What are you getting? No, this needle has fallen. I'm trying to search. So he also started searching. But he was not all getting. Hey, can you tell me where you did? Here, where did you do? Why, my dear? I dropped in my hutment. In hutment, in the hut. You have dropped the needle there and you are searching here in the street. What has happened to you? What to do, my dear? I'm very poor. There is no light in my hut. And here in the street there is plenty of light. This is what we are doing. Old lady and the needle. So then comes, what is that inner state called happiness? If happiness is inside, we are searching outside, we cannot get. What is that inner state? Is the next question that comes. That inner state, can we call it as concentration? Take another example. You're reading a story book. It's such a fascinating story. And normally, the boy used to go for games in the evening, but today no. The Perimeter detective novel was he was very fond of. He started reading. He forgot going to the games. Then 8 o'clock, normally dinner. Mother comes and says, come on, dinner time, 8:15, come. Wait, come on. I've just finished this. 2 pages. It's so interesting. I will come. And mother goes, 15 minutes over, 20 minutes over, 9 o'clock, 9:15, and they did not come. And he went on, even forgetting about food. Only by night, 12:30, he completed this thing. What does it show? The mind is fully absorbing concentration. Similarly, when you go to an interesting movie, you're absorbed. You're very, very happy happening there. What does that show? A state of mind in which Mind is in a state of concentration, fully absorbed. So the conclusion of this experiment is happiness is an inner state called as concentration. That is first level phase. But scientists will not stop. You ask the question. Apply the same test. Supposing you do concentration for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 10 hours, 15 hours, 1 day, 2 days, continuously you are doing concentration. Will the happiness increase? What's your answer? Even after 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, intellectual who are doing that, they want a cup of tea. No? Or they want a drink or a drug. So, no. Happiness is not inner state which is characterized by concentration. Then what? The question comes. Then you have to go deeper. Look deeper. And the Newton found there is something deep, apple falling down, apple falling down. So he unraveled the mystery of law of gravitation, he told. Similarly, you take the same example, eating a dish of your choice. So when it comes here, what is going to happen? You have to slow down. We all used to go to cricket match in our times, and there is a wonderful match between India and Australia, and we're all sitting at a distance, and the person comes from India, the Chandrasekhar, the googly bowler, and he turns, and the things are going on. The person gives a big hit. It goes to a 6. Everybody is jumping with joy and excitement. The next thing, the googly, he puts as if a leg break, a off break comes there, and the person is knocked out. He is going out. All that we were seeing, but we could not understand. Thanks to modern technology, TV, and this thing, what happens? Completely slow playback. In that, what you are telling, you are seeing the was coming and the bowling and does this thing, and the ball is coming and it is turning, trying to hit. The ball goes there, knocks off the ball. Thoroughly enjoy. So you get the reality when you slow down. Another example of floor gymnastics. In Olympics, we all used to see how the people used to go, jump up and come back. 3 persons coming. They're all selected people from all the best of the countries, Japan, America, and others. They've all come. They are experts. And the first girl comes, is going there, and she jumps up and comes and lands. Beautiful. The second and the third girl, everybody goes and turns to such heights. 8 feet, 9 feet, 12 feet, comes down. Everybody was so grand. But the judges, for the first girl, they give only 4 marks out of 10. For the second girl, they give 9.5. Third girl, 6. You're wondering how this can happen. How did they judge? Slow playback, And the girl is coming slowly, and she jumps up. She's all tense, and therefore she gets riddled up. When she comes, right leg and left leg, and she completely loses balance, and she's about to fall. 4.5 marks. The second girl comes majestically, with a smile on the face. He is coming, beautifully going, and jumps and lands like this thing. Beautiful. 9.5. So when you slow down, you have the reality that takes place. So what you do is the second example. Make a video with a camera, and slow playback, you see. What is going to happen? Second, you are taking up the Bodhana mantra, everybody is curious, fully, the mind is absorbed, full concentration. Want to take what is that? You're taking there, slowly, piece, and put it in the mouth. When it goes onto your tongue, touches the taste buds, Vishaya Vishayi Sambhoga. That happens. The touch of the dish with the taste buds. Something mysterious happens, but we miss it. What happens? The mind gets obliterated. No? The mind becomes silent for a very short time, maybe half a second, 1/10 of a second. Then immediately you come out. Oh, how nice it is! How wonderful! How great! How wonderful! You all jump with joy and take another piece to eat. Can you experience? Can you realize that thing? When the Vishaya Sambhoga occurs, then you have. When you are gone to a place where you are watching the ocean, you go there and watch, go on seeing that thing. When the Vishaya Sambhoga occurs, eyes coming in touch with that vast, infinite blue sky. I used to be in Kanyakumari. Every day I used to do that. Every day in the morning, sunshine, I will go there and go on watching. Observe how the mind goes into silence. Very happy, very wonderful. So in music party, Subbalakshmi's concert, and he's doing that wonderfully. What is happening? The mind which is in a turmoil, but get into the phase of concentration, then goes and touches, the mind becomes silent. Then you come out and say, oh, how happy, how happy. The secret is happiness is silent. So, bliss or happiness is an inner state of silence. And this is the mystery that you have to unravel. The Rama says, Vasita says, Rama, experiment on that. Stay in that thing. Good. That is a secret, and that we have to do. So if you want more and more happiness, don't run after the sense pleasures outside. It's an inner state of calmness, silence, peace, tranquility, harmony. So there is another brilliant student. He comes and says, sir, it's wonderful. What about my litmus test? What is the litmus test? You increase. Stay in that silence for 1 minute, 2 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour, 5 hours, 24 hours, 5 days, 20 days. What is going to happen? We can't do that. We can't do that experiment because we cannot stay in that silence longer. So what do the seers say? People who want to stay, they say, when I stay longer, happiness is limited to only head. Happiness spreads throughout the body. A total metamorphic transformation occurs to the whole body. And the happiness goes on increasing, not linear, but an exponential progress occurs. That is the secret our ancient masters did. Total transformation. That concludes that silence is bliss. Happiness is inside us. It's an inner state of silence, inner state of peace, inner state of tranquility. That is the life. So we have to recall the bliss silence. Bliss is silence. Silence is no thoughts. Intellect has not manifested. Emotions have not arisen. Prana yet to come up. That is the inner state of silence dimension. And that is the goal of life. So to manifest that divinity, that silence is infinite bliss, knowledge, power and freedom, or moksha. And that we have to brought into life. Therefore, Swami Vivekananda said, the goal of life is to manifest that divinity. Understanding that happiness is silent, you must learn to stay in that silence. All of you should practice the silence every day. Start with only 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, morning, evening before going to sleep. In the evening when I have partisan, just walk, go on watching the nature. Follow that silence. That is the goal of life. And I am sure that everybody is going to understand this secret which our Sanatana has given and start practicing. Gradually increase the dimensions and go further. With that, we close today's session with the Shanti Mantra and wish you a very happy and useful and good night. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. If you have any questions, please write down and give it. And next time, in the next class, I'm going to answer them. Thank you.